This is Adrienne Gardner with the Gardner Effect Wedding and Event Planning out of Denver, Colorado. We are starting our series of staying on your wedding planning budget. Very important. I tell my brides and grooms, yes, thanks to Disney, we all want this amazing, beautiful wedding. We have this vision in our heads of what we want it to be like. But unfortunately, that comes at a very high price tag. And in my opinion, planning your wedding is not worth going into extreme debt over, or extreme credit card debt, owing your parents a lot of money. This can create a lot of stress as newlyweds. Your first year of marriage should be about love and, having all this fun together and creating these memories. You don't want to be worried about making bills and paying off your wedding. So have a realistic expectation of what you can afford and really prioritize. I tell my brides and grooms you have to come up with that magic number. And how do you do that? You can't just pull it out of thin air. You need to have an idea of what your money can get you. If you go to my website and look under free wedding planning tools, you will see a hypothetical budget for $25,000 for about 150 people. 150 to 200 people in Colorado, the average wedding budget is about $25,000. That being said, of course, you can spend a lot more. You can spend a lot less. It depends on what you're willing to spend a little money on and what you're willing to go a little less expensive to save money in those areas. But at least that'll give you an idea of potentially where to start. Okay, so now that you've done your research, you think that you can get the wedding of your dreams for, let's say, $20,000. I can do it. I know I can save money here and here. I'm going to spend my money here, and this is going to be a great, amazing wedding for $20,000. Big question. Who's paying? Okay. So, whether you're paying for the wedding yourself, bride and groom, or you're approaching your parents to ask to chip in, it is very important that you have these conversations up front before you start any wedding planning. Don't buy a single thing until you know where this money is going to come from. Okay? Having these conversations can be a little stressful. It can be a little off-putting, but it's very important. Call up your folks if they're out of state. Have a meeting with them. Ask them how much they really are willing to contribute, that they are comfortable with contributing. Again, don't put any pressure on them. Just ask openly. Be open about the conversation as far as money goes. A trend that I'm definitely seeing is that families are starting to split up the wedding 3 ways. Bride and groom pay a portion, mom and dad of the bride pay a portion, and mom and dad of the groom pay a portion. That can really lighten the load as weddings are, again, very expensive, and to get what you want, again, it can cost a lot of money. So having multiple hands in the pot can really kind of help you out. Okay, so now that you've decided who's paying for what, who's contributing how much, you got to get your accounts in order. It's very important that you have your money ready to go so that if you find vendors you like, you can go ahead and put down deposits. You don't have to wait for a check to clear. You don't have to wait for your next paycheck. I have a lot of brides and grooms that like to do a wedding credit card, so they can earn miles potentially for their honeymoons, or get cash back or rewards. And this could be a great system if and only if you pay off your credit cards on time. If you're not very good with credit, and some of you may not be, this is not a good option for you. If you're not good with credit, stick to more of a cash account where you'll be writing checks, or you have a debit card so you can't get yourself in too much trouble there. Okay. But yeah, the credit cards can be a great option. Okay. So you have your funds, they're ready to go, you have your budget set. Take a look at that example that I have where it's broken down into categories, and break down your budget into categories of how much you're going to spend on each vendor. It is very important that, this might sound crazy, but I'm basically going to tell you to prepare to go over your budget. Wait, I thought she said don't go over your budget. What I mean is allot 5% of your budget for overages. Don't assign it to any category. Call it miscellaneous, call it whatever you want. Don't assign it any specific expense, because there's always going to be last minute things that you're going to need. You're going to need extra ribbon, or you're going to run out of beer potentially at your reception, and your best man had to run out and go buy beer, and now he wants you to pay him some cash. So if you have this little miscellaneous nest egg, if you will, then these extra expenses won't throw you over the top of your budget. So again, you've got your money, you've got your budget, you have it all broken down. Now you can start shopping for your vendors. So in our following videos, we'll obviously start discussing shopping for your vendors and ways you can save money along the way in that process as well. So this concludes our first video of trying to stay on that wedding planning budget. Again, my name is Adrienne Gardner with the Gardner Effect Wedding and Event Planning out of Denver, Colorado. We specialize in day of coordination, but we do everything from day of to full-scale planning. We are available for travel. Check us out at GardnerEffect.com, and we do have some great wedding planning tools on there for free that you can check out as well. Thank you so much, and hopefully you enjoyed the additional videos we're going to be posting on trying to help you save some money. And have a great day, and happy wedding planning!